Hey guys, in this episode, I want to talk about stop thinking about it and just do it. Let's go.
I spent the last 14 years playing over 1,000 shows, touring 22 different countries, and become a top 40 Billboard charting artist. I fired my record label to go out on my own as an independent artist to market and release my own music, selling thousands of albums and millions of streams. The question I always get is, how did I do it without a label and sell even more music? This podcast is here to show you the way. Join me and follow along as I learn, apply, and share marketing strategies to grow my music business and a loyal fan base.
So hey, I'm just going for my morning walk here, and I'm thinking about the stuff that I'm going to do today. And there's been some things on my list, my goals list, and I found my big goals list that I wrote before the start of 2020. And it was interesting to see what was on it and what I had started and what I hadn't started and what was actually getting done. And one of the things that was getting done was a book. I have a book that I've been wanting to write. I wanted to get it done last year. It didn't happen because I chose to do an album instead. And I'm glad I did that because that was very successful and it went well. And I love releasing new music, but there's also more books in me. I like to write because books have changed my life. You know, so many books have changed my life, and so I wanted to do that, and so that became a bit more of a priority this year. And guess what? That book is done now. And it's one thing to write something down. It's one thing to think about it. It's another thing to just get it done and just start doing it. Stop thinking about it and just do it. You know, it's amazing sometimes. You know, I'm in sales and a lot of my friends are in sales. We're all actually in sales. We're all selling something. But one of the big objections that comes up, and I've even said this many, many times when someone's trying to sell me something, oh, I need to think about it. Oh, I need to talk to my wife about it. It's like, dude, you've been thinking about it for how long? You've been thinking about it for months. You've been thinking about it for years. How long are you going to keep thinking about it? When are you finally going to take action and pull the trigger and do this thing and move forward? You know, get that thing done that you wanted to do. And I was looking at my list of songs that I wanted to write and the collaborations, and those things have been on my calendar for for months. And there's certain reasons why certain things didn't happen. But now all of a sudden I'm just, sending the emails, I'm connecting the dots, I'm taking the time to write, and I reached out to this one guy and finished this one song that's a collaboration, and I have another one that's, getting worked out. Right now we're writing the song and then I'm going to pitch it, and then I have another buddy who I want to do a song with, and these are all artists that are bigger than me, and except for one of them, and I made this other demo and I sent it to him, and I probably sent it to him a little too soon. But the point is, I got the ball rolling, and he's like, yeah, it does sound like a demo, but he's like, it's got potential. And I was like, okay, cool. He didn't turn it down, so that's a good thing. But the point is that I'm moving the ball forward, and honestly, I probably should have had the song polished a little bit more, which is funny because he's a bit of a semi-closer of a friend, acquaintance, and the other person that I'm sending the collaboration to, I specifically was going to make sure it was super, super polished, and the idea was concrete before I sent it, so I probably should have done that first, but I didn't. But, lesson learned, and so, that's a lesson for you guys that, look, especially if you're reaching out to someone new, if you want them featured on a song, get that thing polished, get that vision of the song. But I guess because I do know this person pretty well, I wanted to, I kind of wanted to write it together a little bit and just kind of maybe show the raw side of it. Because, sometimes, friends, or this specific friend had never really heard a raw song in its infancy, where most people only see the finished work, and I think I make really awesome music, but it doesn't start that way. It takes time to get it there, and rewrites and re-recording and getting it right and mixing it, and just so many different things that I'm sure that goes into making a great song. And so anyways, I'm going to keep working on it and polish it up a little bit more and send it to him and say, hey, did you write anything, or do you got any more ideas? Here's where it's at now. And I'll just follow up with him. But, the reason I'm doing this is because I want to do more collabs this year. That's my goal. I only want to release collaborations for the next, for unforeseen while, and just, crush that, because I want to team up with other people and work together on stuff. You know what I'm saying? So really excited to do that. But if I want to get it done, that means I got to take action. I got to stop thinking about it. I thought about this for months. I've thought about this for a long time. And so who do you need to reach out to? What's on your whiteboard? What's in your goals journal? What did you write down as your, New Year's resolution? Go look at it and say, look, we're at the 6-7 month mark right now. It's going to be my birthday in a few days, and so I start to reflect and see like where am I going to be? Another one thing that was big on my list was killing my Patreon and moving it over to my own website. And I've got everything designed. I just got to shoot some videos and do a few things for it, and then it'll be done. And I got to launch it, and I was going to launch it for my birthday. So that basically means after this podcast, I got to go get that done if I want it to happen. And so if you want something to happen, you got to stop thinking about it. You got to stop talking about it, and you got to do it. Put the money in. It takes money. It takes time. It takes investment. Maybe you've been wanting to run Facebook ads for a while, but you haven't. Maybe you've been wanting to go to radio for a while, but you haven't. Maybe you wanted to hire a designer to get that next single done. Or maybe yours is a collaboration. You haven't reached out because you're afraid they might say no or they might reject you. I emailed a radio guy again yesterday trying to reach out. I mailed this person a package. I did so much stuff. And I thought, man, I don't want to annoy this guy, but it's just do I believe in this thing or not? That might be the email that he responds to, and we end up getting on the station, So you got to be relentless for your career. I really want you to know that. Even with these features and stuff like that, this isn't for, even though they'll make money on publishing and stuff like that, and, they'll get some good promotion out of it and stuff, I'm asking them to do something. They're not asking me. I'm asking them to do kind of like a favor in a sense, especially if they're bigger than me, and I'll pay the person for the feature if they want it. Absolutely. But I have to hound them down if I want something. One of the questions was, and you might want to be prepared because people are busy, and that's why you, again, need to plan ahead. My friend said, when do you need this song done by? And I was like, I'd love to get it done in the next 30 to 60 days. That's the time frame. And when you give someone a block of time to work with, then they're like, okay, I can see if I can make that happen. If I was like, I need it done in a week, you'd be like, dude, go jump off a cliff, go jump in the water, I'm not gonna put myself under the pressure of your deadline just because you need it done by that. You should have contacted me months ago if you actually needed it done a week from now. You don't just contact me a week before. That I can't even tell you how unprofessional that is. When you try and throw people under the pressure of your deadline because you didn't plan. Now, sometimes you can get away with that, but you better believe you're going to have to pay. And you better not, be doing that all the time. Always in a rush, always busy, last minute bull crap. You don't want that going on. So, overall, I just want to encourage you to stop thinking about it. You've thought about it long enough. Whatever it is, whatever your goal is, whatever your dream is this year, just do it, my friend. Just do it. Move it forward. Do something today that can move that thing forward. You know what it is, and you'll feel so good. I was listening to, I think it was Brendan Burchard, who was talking about, he called it, what was it, delayed distractions, or no, delay tactics. That's what it was. He's like, there's those things you want to do, but instead you clean the house, or you organize this, or you do that, or, you go to the gym, or you do whatever. You do something to delay that which you're really supposed to do. And so I want to tell you, stop using delay tactics on your dream and get in the game. You'll feel so much more fulfilled. You'll be so happy you did. And I can't wait to hear your progress. Hey, I want to remind you that a fighter isn't someone who never fails. A fighter is someone who never quits. Hope to see you on the next Fanbase University call, and look forward to coaching you one-on-one.
So if you're a struggling artist and you're just trying to figure out this music industry, you want to go full-time with your music, you want to get noticed on social media, or learn how to launch an album, an EP, or just get your music more marketed out there, I want to encourage you to check out my coaching program called Fanbase University. Every single month, I jump on the phone 2 times with my students, and I coach them, and I teach them how to market their music, how to get noticed, how to handle booking agents, record labels and just get their music out there. Also, you get access to exclusive training, you get interviews with music industry professionals. If you want to find out more and not do this on your own, not struggle, because I've wasted thousands of dollars on my career and now I want to coach other artists. Check out my program, fanbaseuniversity.com, or click the link below to find out more info.